You remind me of a bitch that I once fucked. Could you believe all the big titties she fucking had? Something. You remind me of a girl I used to fuck. Couldn't believe the big titties she would. That was remix. Remix. Alright, anyways. Alright, guys. Fucking charger. Wait, people, give me a second here. Give me a second. Having technical difficulties. Alright, I'm back. So this is the S&P 500. Your time and date. Powell is about to talk.
There is nothing that will infuriate.
Good podcast right here. Powell's about to talk in. Actually, not talk. Data's gonna be released at 11. Actually, no, yeah, he's gonna talk, and then the questions are gonna come. So what normally tends to happen is that the data will come. He'll say, rate cuts, blah 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 blah. 25. The market will react positive to it, but then at 12:30 is when you have the questions, and that's one from 12:30 to 1:15 or so. They're gonna be talking about the market, asking questions. The Federal Reserve plot is gonna come out. So that's also gonna say a lot at 12:30. So don't expect the market just to react positive to it, especially because they were looking for the rate cuts, for 25 rate cuts. If we get a 50, then that would fucking send the market blowing. It's more of a cautious Fed right now, I believe. But yeah, I'll give you a 25, but I'm still staying cautious because so-and-so is looking good. And then that'll make the market not really as crazy as it would if he's going to say some shit like, I think we're going to have rate cuts coming this next year, 2 or 3 or some higher in the fucking number. Some unexpected shit like that where the Fed is saying like, yeah, I'm going to keep on cutting interest rates or whatnot. That's going to send the market also flying. But now I'm going to show you how the S&P, Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, and silver have been showing you how, hey, we're ready to rally, but we're staying cautious. So now I'm going to go to the S&P 500. This is the weekly. Let me go to the daily. Now I'm going to show a whole bunch of shit. Pretty much right here, what you got to pay attention to is the monthly. The monthly all-time high of October. So I'm going to put an alarm there. That way when I go down time frame, you guys going to know where that's at. Second one to pay attention to is going to be your bottom. So your bottom area is going to be right here. That's where we're going to go if the Fed says some fucked up shit at the end and it says the market going back down in between these two. Your second one to pay attention to is going to be, third one is going to be this weekly resistance right here, because that's your highest weekly. So it makes sense that as the markets the Fed starts talking, that's where you want to stay. You want to stay in between your 6,872 and your 6,849. Now, if the Fed says whatever we don't want to hear, then that's when you're going to start seeing the market tanking onto this area right here, which should be your cushion as the market goes back down. Let me pull an indicator real quick. Yeah. So you can see here in the daily, my indicators telling me, hey, for the daily, if we do go down, this is gonna be the lowest it's going to get. Now we have like some horrible fucking news. Then you gotta see the S&P break this cushion here and go down to the 50 Fibonacci right here of this daily candle for the S&P 500, which I fucking doubt. That's if we got some horrible fucking news. Like that's what we got, like bad news from the Fed, and then on top of that, Trump comes and like says, "I'm putting 3,000% tariffs on Pikachu," some fucking stupid shit like that. Then the market will double jeopardy, so we'll get fucked. But I don't see that happening. Only if the Fed says, well, the total opposite. If he says, yo, you know what? I'm just going to pause because I think everything's looking good so far, blah, 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 and the market's going to tank a little bit. And by a little bit, go down to fucking your first drop, 6,819. And then from there, depending on Thursday, what bullshit we get, we could drop more. And then by Thursday or Friday, and Friday could be our savior. But if we get to today and tomorrow, bad news, this could be a cushion, and either we're going to close somewhere down here on Friday, or Friday's going to save us with whatever data is coming out. And then we'll be back in the good bullish zone. From there, because look, even in the daily, we had, here's your foundation, and I'll explain this to the homie. Here's your foundation, here's your shoulder, here's your head, here's your other shoulder. The Fed says yes, we close fucking bullish somewhere up here, whatnot, and then Thursday comes up, either Thursday's gonna save us and we're gonna fly, and it's gonna cancel this head and shoulders, or the Fed is gonna say some bad news that went on here. We're gonna go down, like I said. Thursday's gonna be, is Thursday gonna save us with the data because so and so whatnot? And the data says no, and we create a lower shoulder, the market tanks, and we end somewhere down here. I could possibly do that over the weekend because you can already see half of the head and shoulders right here in the daily for the S&P 500. So it's total sense that it's gonna save us here. We're gonna fly, or we're gonna start creating the head and shoulders and start going down. And also we have a 3 candle box on the 12-hour candle time frame. I saw it this morning. I was like, yo, and look where it's at too. Like, where's the monthly? There's the monthly, and the 12-hour candle is right on it. That's why you can't see it, but it's right here. So all this lines up. Here's your shoulder, even in 12-hour candle, shoulder, head, shoulder. It's gonna form either higher shoulder than this one. The market's gonna react happy to it. Thursday's gonna pull back, and then Friday save us, or the Fed's gonna fuck it up. Thursday's gonna try to go for that shoulder, reject, close lower. Friday save us, or Friday complete that shoulder and just keep going down, and boom, the market is not worried. Are we gonna have our sense of reality? Are we not? We got CPI fucking data coming out next the 18th, and that's delayed data too. So that also could be our savior. So the market could be panicking. So we're gonna go down, and here comes CPI and saves us because it's fucking bad news, and the Fed is now gonna be like, oh yeah, bad news. The Fed this time they're gonna do it. This meeting that they come. So we're gonna go based on that shit or whatnot from the CPI, or that CPI data is gonna fuck us up even more, and we're gonna start going back down again and having that whole, are we gonna have a centrality? Are we not? All that bullshit. So those are 2 outcomes I can see so far right now. Longer winnings run for record, that's S&P included in the winning strike. Caravana, yeah, no shit. So that's, and then I'm gonna zoom in because I have a shit bunch of lines, but I even drew my 3 candle box right there. So in the smaller time frame, I knew that what I was planning to do, even if I was doing this shit early in the morning, I was telling the homie, why the fuck would the S&P 500, especially after having data come out at 6:30, that it didn't drop, especially after the market opened at 7:30, it didn't drop. Why the fuck would it keep going down then, especially after 8:15? 8:45 to 9:30, that's when the really move happens around that time. And then that's when you see the S&P finally go for. Why? Because it's getting closer to the news coming out. Why is it going above that? Because that's your monthly October monthly resistance right there. And it's waiting for the news. Same shit why you're seeing the same shit with Ethereum. Same shit why you're seeing that with Bitcoin. Same shit why you're seeing with gold and silver. And even my indicator is telling you, yo, if you want to day trade, this is your entry. That's your stop loss. And this is your target. And look where it is with the other alarm is at right here that I said. Pay attention to that. That was gonna be your first stop. And then bam, okay? All right. Hey, yo. Sorry for that, folks. So that's where you're seeing the S&P well here. It's an hour. It's in the 1 hour. That's where you're seeing it. Just do this right underneath it. Also, that's why I like getting these 3 candle boxes along with marking down where you're just the marking, your monthlies, your weeklies, or whatnot. And on top of that, all of the bullshit I have on inside of here, but that's how data, candle formation, and time. Normally they try to do that. What is it called? The pricing candle formation. With me is anything that's happening. If the president is going China today, anything that's going worldwide. So if Trump today was supposed to, after this, supposed to meet with China and talk about tariffs or something, shit like that. So I take all that in. I take in the data, what data is coming out, what's the sentiment. Right now it's the whole rate cuts. So bad news pretty much is rate cuts. Good news is pretty much, oh fuck, he's not gonna fucking push it for rate cuts. So data too, what time the data is coming out, and also your sweet time for the S&P 500. So candle formation, time, and I don't really look at the price. I really look more at the candles and where these weeklies, monthlies, 3 monthlies, 6 monthly, 12 monthly resistance are at. That way I can take it and know that, like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. We have this data coming out next week. Okay, anyways, too much talking. Now Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin was doing this little drop in bullshit, I didn't say, oh shit, it was a fake out. Bitcoin's gonna go down. No, I already know that it's waiting for the S&P 500 for the Fed. Same shit. Once the Fed talks and says bullshit, you're gonna see a spike. It's gonna then start coming down if it's good, and then once it starts talking, but it's gonna get scared. At the end, it's gonna go on up, or we're gonna fucking spike, and after that, keep pulling down, getting rejected, and that means fucking bad news. It may tell you earlier than the S&P. What's gonna tell you earlier, and I knew why it was still holding and going up, was Ethereum. Ethereum was strong. If Ethereum would have been fucking start dropping and would have been somewhere down here, then that's what I would have known, like, okay, Bitcoin's not gonna stay, it's gonna go down. The market is really scared. But the fact that Ethereum held this range right here, I was like, Bitcoin's not going down. Once Ethereum starts pushing up, and that's telling you right there too, is waiting for the Fed. The Fed confirms bullish or bearish. You're gonna see Bitcoin start completing and start going up. You're gonna see Ethereum shoot even higher than Bitcoin first, if we have good news. Then Bitmine's also telling me, hey, because Bitmine, all these people that are in fucking Bitmine, they're not in it for the fucking software, for the technology that they're fucking doing. They're doing this because Tom Lee put $2 fucking million worth of Ethereum as the treasure bullshit. So therefore, since you can't option trade Ethereum, might as well fucking option trade Bitmine. You can long Bitmine because as long as Ethereum pushes on up, Bitmine is gonna keep on blasting. Tom Lee is gonna go on fucking CNN, NBC, how fucking much money his stock has made. This is that. So as long as I see Bitmine bullish as fuck, on top of that, I don't want to put all my fucking bullshit lines here, but this right here. This is daily. Once Bitmine, they start doing this, that's when Ethereum was also recovering. Once I saw this pullback right here to the same area, and I saw where Ethereum was at, I was like, yo, Bitmine's about to go up. Options calls on Bitmine. Also, Federal Reserve, the Fed says yes, calls, and some bullshit happens, and S&P flies. Ethereum's gonna fly, Bitcoin's gonna fly, Bitmine's gonna fucking be back on top, breaking the support that it broke long time ago. Go back to the daily 50 Fibonacci. All this is gonna be bullish for Bitcoin, for Bitmine. Tommy's gonna be bragging about it. Or there's gonna be a pullback to the 36, maybe 34s. But later on, at the end of the year, or in the beginning of whatever, when Ethereum picks up again, you're gonna see a bunch of fucking calls for Bitmine. If we get bad news from the Fed, I could see put a bunch of calls on Bitmine this next 2 days or so, or after that. But also, Bitmine is another indicator to tell me how are investors, traders feeling about Ethereum or crypto. And so far, they're fucking bullish on Ethereum and crypto. Now, gold and silver. Here's gold daily. Your time and date, almost at time for the Fed, 30 more minutes. And notice what Bitcoin. Notice for gold, same shit. It wants to do that V pattern, that U-shaped pattern, that Nike switch, whatever the fuck they call it nowadays. But it's waiting for the Fed. Otherwise, this is the daily, so it would have dropped already. Let me see, what was it? It's also on a weekly 3 candle box. And what I said was the first 2 days, you're gonna get this fake break, this fake pullback, this fake we're going down shit. And I marked it right here with this alarm and this alarm. Notice how for the last couple of days, Monday till now, we keep having these fake sell-offs. Just to shake traders off, check them off, that's what I'm doing. Once we get good news, and if we get good news, then you're going to see gold rise up, close the day. I'll be surprised if gold closes the day today at 4,219. But realistically, I see it closing somewhere in the middle or whatnot. Maybe in the 4,200 or somewhere down here. Now, if the Fed says some bullshit, let me put my indicator on. This is going to be your selling off point right here, this little center. So gold is either going to break through this inside of this cushion thing right here, hold for the day, and depending on tomorrow, we're either going to go back up or keep this pressure and keep going on down, hitting this target of 4,141 by Thursday morning, or by Thursday morning or so, if we get these back-to-back news, back-to-back bad news. If not, again, we're gonna break on here and close somewhere in the 4,200, or complete that box and break out and close somewhere up here. And then it's going to be up to Thursday and Friday to complete with this bad news, but good news to traders or investors. And the market is going to complete and completing this pattern of 3 candle box, which is supposed to be green, red, green. And you're going to see this flying just like it did down here. Fake sell-off, good news, market rip-off. And silver is going to fly if that happens. And that's why I've been holding this whole time here. This is my other indicator that was telling me, hey, we're not going down. Otherwise, if silver would have fucking started tanking earlier and been the 59s and 40 cents, then I would have been worried. But the fact that I just been consolidating that region, it just telling me, hey, it's waiting for the Fed, buddy. The Fed talks, we hit probably $62.50. If not Fed bullshit and we go back down somewhere in the $59.03 and just bullshit there for Thursday and Friday. Thursday, Friday saved us somewhat, not, or Thursday and Friday kill us and we go back down to the 58s. And then the market's gonna start panicking. Is this it for the blah 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 blah? Are we in the so and so and so and so and so? Are we? Is the real center rally not happening? All that bullshit. Are the reindeers gonna come today or not? Is what is that fucking called? Red nose, the Rudolph reindeer, whatever. Is he gonna come today or no? So that's what's gonna be happening. I don't want to wait fucking 35 minutes here. So in 35 minutes or 25 minutes, you guys, I'll be back, okay? Hearts and all that stuff. Thank you, Harris. Appreciate it, bro.